private, like set it to private, and then save it to your phone, and then send it to me. And then you can delete it from your YouTube if you want to, I guess.
Hmm.
You follow me?
Maybe I haven't done any of that on YouTube yet, so it'll
Yeah.
it'll be a learning experience.
I literally just figured it out the other day. I have no doubt in my mind that you'll be able to figure it out just the same. Just the way the same that these people here are here for the Shoe Friday, number 9, and we're
Heck
live.
yeah,
We're live. What's happening?
hell yeah,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Again, we out here live. All right, on CPN. I'm the host, Curtis Brown, and with me, as always, Jeff Steckel, the resident Colts fan here on the channel. Um, what's the mascot's name? Blue?
Blue
You're my boy, Blue. That's
keeps
what
winning those mascot awards, man. Best mascot in the league.
it's because he's pear shaped.
Yeah, leave our pony alone, man.
Hey, I guess. I guess. Well, folks, we're going to be talking a little bit about the team today. We're going to be talking about where we're at, maybe with some of the latest draft pick signings. We're going to talk about a specific player that and some expectations out of them, and then we're going to break down the corner room for the Indianapolis Colts in the upcoming season. But first, Jeff, what's up, man? How you doing?
Doing great, man. A little tired, but good.
That's good.
Toddlers is never a dull moment.
Oh God, boy, do I know that. Um, I just realized I didn't have the live chat open. Here we go. We out here now. In the upcoming season. So, um, we don't get sleep
Never.
at all. Um, and then thankfully, at least on my end, I don't have to do much editing anymore because we do a lot of lives.
Yeah.
So that's what's up. But eventually I'll have to do a substantial bit amount, more editing. But for the moment, we're going to be making a platform jump to something more presentation-y. And I think you're going to enjoy it once we get it all set up and making it
Heck
look
yeah.
good. But for the moment, let's get her in. Jeff, let's talk about Samson Ebukam.
Yeah.
Picked up out of the free agent pool from San Francisco.
Yes, sir.
What do you know about Mr. Samson, other than the fact that his name is biblical?
um, I think he might not be quite as good as Ngakwe was against the pass rush, but where he was, good at getting to the quarterback or at least putting pressure, um, he lacked severely in helping the run game. And I mean, he was one of the worst ranked edges against the run. So while I can't say his name, I'll say Samson. While he might not be as good at getting to the quarterback. He still gets quite a bit of pressure. He still he does his job, but he's really good against the run. And that was an area the outside runs. A lot of these games killed Indianapolis, and Ngakwe against the run was kind of just a liability. So I'm really happy to see this guy. Again, he's a great player against the run. The big dude. um,
Yeah.
I think he'll fill in nicely for Ngakwe. He might not get the sack totals that he did, but I think he'll make more of an impact, um, especially against the run. I'm excited to see what he can do. And San Francisco produces. They got great defensive linemen. We got Buckner from him, and he's one of the best. So I'm excited for him.
Well, he's not homegrown from San Francisco. I mean, he
Well,
was
came from
from the
Michigan.
Rams. He's bounced around a little bit the last couple years. I mean, trying to find a permanent home. He's had some pretty productive seasons for somebody who's bounced around as much as he has lately. But I think he's more of an ensemble piece personally. I
Yeah,
think he is somebody who you believe to be a good complementary piece to a primary rusher. Um, So I mean, like a step forward for me for him would be, you know, setting the edge significantly better because on run plays he has uh, a little bit of lapse on that. I'm gonna say gently, but uh, the pass rush aspect has always been his best part of his game, and it's not like he is a world beater in that sense either. But I think his speed, finesse moves, whatever you Madden players want to call it, um, I think he's got a pretty quick step, and his hands are good, and I think he's got a really good bend. It's just a matter of him staying healthy and being able to make good moves. And I don't necessarily see him as a long term anything.
No, I mean he'll probably be a couple of years. It's just I think he just brings a little more balance to what they were trying to do on defense. You know, Ngakwe probably shouldn't have been on the field anywhere near as much as he was, and I think this guy can play better in both. You know, I guess situational football. I think he's more of your every down guy. Like you said, he might not be as explosive or but I think just balance wise, it'll be a little more consistent. Is I guess what I'm looking for.
Yeah, just some general consistency out of the man would be nice. Um, I use him. Speaking of Madden, I use him a lot in Madden. So I'm very familiar with him as far as like how he's viewed on Madden. But he is a consistent pass rusher in the sense of he at minimum he's going to get you if he's available for most of the season he's going to get you at least 4 sacks
Mhm.
and he's going to show up when you need him, but he's not going to be there the entire time. That's just Madden though.
If he can just stop some of those outside runs, I think it'll be I think it'll be a major asset because man we got killed a lot on that stuff. So
Yeah,
if he could just play the run just 25% better than Ngakwe did, it'd be a huge improvement.
yeah, I don't even think Ngakwe tried when the run was
Oh,
happening.
it's a run now.
I'm good.
I'll get him next time.
I tried, but
Uh,
that's probably why the Jags let him go, to be real.
Mr. Pocket Hercules is Shaq back now. Shaq Leonard's back okay now. It's kind of the same story out of from last year. He's improving and feeling better. Um, I'll believe it when I see it. Honestly, I hope it is. I hope it's true. I mean, when he's on the field, he's a menace. But you know, we're not all that I'm getting is the same information. Is he's improving and feeling better, but apparently last year he couldn't even feel his leg, so
Mm,
that was concerning.
yeah,
So he apparently he had another operation done, and he can now. So hopefully they addressed it, found it, and he'll be back. So uh, at least that's what there's coming out of Colt land is he's improving. That's I hope he's out there, man. If not, man, that letting Okereke go is going to kill us.
yeah. Well, I mean, that's kind of been the problem with Indy lately, anyways. That's why they drafted Quiddy Pays. They don't really have anybody that's like the guy since Freeney, essentially.
Mhm.
I mean,
They've
like, and
they've been
Mathis, but
bad at getting sacks. Very inconsistent. Last year was their best year, I think, in sack totals, and it wasn't eye popping either. It was like, wow, we finally had a 10. Oh,
yeah,
we finally had a 10, and it's like it's. I mean, back in the day with Freeney and Mathis, is like, when is he going to get to 20? It's just a matter of time this season. So that's really something that we've had a lot of problems with. I think Quiddy Pay would have gotten a lot closer if he hadn't gotten hurt. I mean,
yeah,
he's great too, but he just needs to stay healthy.
yeah. I mean, he's kind of on. He's in that weird position in his career where you really need him to start producing. Otherwise, it's like, all right, maybe we're not bringing him back, kind of thing.
Yeah,
And
he's in that zone definitely. Like, man, if he has another year where might be
yeah,
time to look elsewhere.
well, wasn't he like a second round pick though?
Believe so.
So I mean, at least it wasn't like anything crazy like a first. But that you know, I remember they double dipped and
Oh
got
no,
what?
he was a first round pick,
Oh no.
2021. Yeah, so
Wah,
that'll
wah.
bite if he doesn't start to.
Yeah.
I thought he was second too. Yeah, it was the first.
Was it late first? You're like, I
It
don't know.
was 2021. So was that
That's
Philip
Justin
Rivers?
Fields and yeah.
I think that was the year we had Philip Rivers, so that might have been a playoff year. Let me see.
Hmm. What's up, chat? How are y'all doing? Ask us anything. We out here. It's live. I mean, it's not like popping or anything, but it's live. So
You're
yeah, we're here. All here.
I gotta log into my other account.
Wow, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it was the 21st pick.
Okay, yeah,
So
playoff
it's,
pick.
it's a late.
Well, interesting. Hmm. So yeah, that'll suck if he doesn't really pan out. He needs that. He needs. I guess that's why they're kind of bringing in Ibukam because
It's
I
just
feel like you got to have some sort of faith in Quiddy Pay taking a step forward.
yeah, the last year he was primed for a breakout year, and I think he was on pace to do it, but it's just those injuries just kind of screwed that up. So
Yeah,
this has got to be the year if he has the same problems, man.
it's lights
I
out.
mean they're going to probably give him another. I mean obviously give him another year, but they don't trade him or anything. But it's yeah if he has another year like last, I just it's not something you keep around for a first overall pick, or not
Yeah,
first overall, but first round.
yeah. All right. Let's get into the corners. Do you happen to have a list of them in front of you?
I
I can get one.
let me see here.
Colts roster. Hurry up, Google. I didn't mean rotor.
Kenny, Isaiah. Yeah, right now it has your the starting corners listed as Kenny Moore and Isaiah Rogers, but I kind of expect that to flip around.
Yeah.
Um,
All right. So Daryl Baker Jr., Tony Brown, Cole Coleman, Dallas Flowers, Jalen Jones, Kenny Moore, Isaiah Rogers, Darius Rush, Kelvin Tolver the second. That's the specific cornerbacks. I guess you guys don't use the term DB on your website.
yeah, they've got
Safeties.
yeah. I think I did in one of the shorts where I even kind of changed my position on it. I feel like Julius Brents is probably going to be our starting corner, and just his size and just pure athleticism. The dude, the only thing keeping him off the field is going to be himself. It's
Essentially.
yeah. So it's him, and I don't know, man. Darius Rush. I think he was taken in the fifth. Damn, man, that kid is fast. It's like if he can outplay, I feel like Kenny Moore is probably going to get put back in the probably put back in the slot corner. That's kind of more what he does best. So I feel like that'll put Julius Brents there. I think Darius Rush might have an actual chance at taking over for Rodgers, but just because of his speed, he's
Yeah.
he's fast. But I think this was a great rookie draft class for corners for Ballard. Dropping back in the second a couple times, getting those extra picks, and still getting Julius Brents. That was genius.
Yeah.
But
So
that's why Ballard's still here, man. I mean, they've had the quarterback carousel, but he can fucking draft.
yeah. So who are you expecting to be day one starters? Give me three corners because we're gonna include the slot.
I just to play it safe. Um, I'm gonna say um, probably Julius Brents,
Is he just for intents and purposes? Is he corner one?
I would think so. I honestly do. I would say him and probably Isaiah Rogers and Kenny Moore probably in the slot would be my initial probably as of right now starting.
Oh, what up, Titan Fox? I'm sorry.
Oh man, Titan Fox back again. That guy
Yeah,
reps out, man.
always in the chat.
That's awesome. But yeah, that's probably my three starting corners at least for right now. I would I would like to see Rush on the field. That's just that fifth round pick's got me excited.
Yeah. Look, you guys drafted a lot of speed in places you really needed it,
Yeah,
and got a lot of athleticism in places you really needed it. So I, I mean, I'm not necessarily what you would call worried about the Colts offense this season, but their
should be, man.
defense on the other stands. The
Should
defense
be,
is
man.
you don't mess with them. All right, you just got to do everything really really well and a little bit of help to make that stuff work against the defense. What
Robert,
up, Robert?
yeah,
Everybody in this.
heck yeah.
God dang, we got
Turning up for the
Titans
Colts, man. I love
fans,
it.
we got Jags fans, we got Mr. Pocket Hercules.
Hell yeah.
We got them all. Everybody's here.
I know, man. That's yeah. I want to see Darius Rush on the field because, dude, I think it was like a 4-3-6.
Yeah,
I mean, he might be relegated to special teams, for a while. I mean, that speed, you throw him in at gunner or something, shit.
yeah.
But yeah, just because of the last name Rush, it's kind of why I wanted Hooker drafted, just so Cooter could coach Hooker. But I'm a name guy, man.
I know. All right, so we got Brent's at corner one. Who's corner number two?
I think for right now. I'm gonna say Isaiah Rogers,
Isaiah Rogers. Okay, and your slot in parentheses corner three.
probably Kenny Moore.
Okay. All right. So let's go over. Look, man,
Sounds like it, man.
chocolate bars, candy bars, Mars bars. I don't care what it is. Where'd my pen go?
I'm sure I don't know.
It was an actual pen, not the one used for inhalation. Grab another pen. Anyway, all right. Brins, Rages, and fucking Kitty Moore. All right.
Over Rogers. Hmm. Well, we're saying more for Titan Fox. I'm saying that it'll be probably Julius Brents and Isaiah Rogers, probably your corner one, corner two. And I think because Kenny Moore is a great slot corner. That's pretty much where he primarily, I think, is operated out of. But that's why I say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Isaiah Rogers shows some good things too, but
All right. So let's go down the top three by one by one here.
mhm.
Brents, what is your day one expectations for Julius Brents versus maybe where you might see him at the end of the season? Where do you want him to take steps?
um, he's he's tall, he's athletic, man. He can jump. I just want to see him, just keep making, like everybody else, just keep making strides. Like he's going to be a rookie, he's going to get beat. Um, just kind of recognize coverages more and stick to his man. I get, so many times these Colts corners they play off and they let up everything underneath. It's just it gets really frustrating seeing teams just pick up the 10, 11 yards every freaking play. It's like, dude, can you bump at the line? and I
Yeah.
and I think from what I've seen, he's pretty aggressive, pretty, you know, he might draw some flags,
Yeah.
but I'm okay with it, man. Just kind of get in their face, throw them off their routes, screw up the timing. Yeah, that's kind of what I want to see him do. As the season goes on, just kind of find a way to do that without getting the penalties for it.
And
But
I feel like I'm the only one that I want to see rookies. Honestly, I want to see him mess up early. I want to see him mess up in the first 5 games and learn
screw
from
up.
those mistakes.
Yeah,
That's what I want. Like I'm not necessarily saying that like the rest of the games can't have mistakes, but like new mistakes. Like I want you to learn from what you're doing as it's happening, if possible. Not everybody's like that, but like those are the kind of strides you need to be made. Like if he messes up in week 3 by blowing a coverage on a certain route, and in week 16 the same route has been giving him fits.
and he
I,
lights that shit up.
yeah, right.
Yeah,
But like you want to see him, take those kind of steps,
yeah, for
and
sure.
and
Sure.
um, his speed and his size are definitely going to be very beneficial guarding against what I feel like isn't always like you can never really like, oh, this group is got like they're usually a bunch of short guys. No, it's literally every team has like a 6'4" guy
Yeah,
or better, and they're fast, and everybody's so damn athletic now. Even the small guys, they went from being fast to a blur, and the big guys went from being not the fastest to now they're running like 4.3s and
no
shit.
shit.
So like I don't know what they're putting in the water or nothing, but damn,
But
it's
yeah,
fluoride for sure.
to add on to that improve, I think that's going to be kind of the Colts' mo this year. Like they're getting younger, they're getting fast, they're getting really athletic, and this is just going to be the year of trial and error. How not to be like cliche or whatever, but how can you buck up and learn from it and get better from it? That's going to be the biggest thing of coaching. Like, don't get demoralized. Like, I'm sure Brent's is going to get burned on a route or two, but you know, it's gonna be a learning thing of learning the route, sticking with it, and not you know just next play, short memory, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
So
the bounce back.
yeah, I think that's going to be kind of the theme of this year. Quarterback. They throw Richardson in there. He's gonna it's gonna be some rough rough plays, rough drives, and he's gonna fuck up. Like he has 13 college games. Like so, there's gonna be mistakes, and it's just how is he gonna learn from it and rebound from it. So
You know who else played 13 college games and got drafted?
I do not.
Davis Mills.
Don't compare the two, man.
Hey,
Talent wise, man, come on.
look, there have been some crazy first round draft picks drafted on talent, aka we'll talk about Johnny Manziel.
God's sakes.
How about a Timothy Tebow? No? Okay. Tim Couch.
Uh,
Yeah. Jamarcus Russell.
that guy had all the talent in the world and fucking lazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, evolution, the talent gets better every year. You're right, Titan. It's funny seeing Minshew admit QB1 is QB1. What? Is that a riddle? I don't. I ate too many chocolate bars before this. Don't riddle me. All right. Um, uh, I know it's the evolution of the game, and I get that, but
No one takes. No, I'm saying please don't compare freak athlete Anthony Richardson to Davis Mills. uh,
but Robert Griffin III.
oh man, did they fuck his career up?
Mhm. Yeah, they
I
did.
thought him and Andrew Luck were going to be like, the next Brady Manning. Like they were. I mean, with the command, he's not going to. They're not going to see each other all that often. But I really thought they were going to be the next two to just keep. Like, man, they fucked his knee up and they kept playing him.
Mm,
So disappointing.
rough times.
And the same thing happened with Luck on the Colts. So it was tough to watch.
Yeah. I mean, not if you're a Texans fan, but it was pretty rough to watch if you're just a general football fan. I'll admit that. Um, okay, so we've talked about Brent's his expectations. We're looking for him to take steps forward. Let's talk Isaiah Rodgers,
Oh,
who has had
God.
up and down years. I
I
mean, yeah, Minshew does always fight.
feel like he kind of came into this knowing that we were going to draft a quarterback.
Yes, but Minshew in several ways is should actually take day one snaps.
Mm.
And I wouldn't care if it was just the first game, like literally just the first game, and then Anthony Richardson comes in. Like, let him walk into an NFL environment as a player for the first time and just get used to that.
I think just because of this, we talked about this on the last show, but I think just because of the schedule, man, home game Jacksonville.
Well, you can't look. You're
I'm
dealt
just
the
saying,
hand
man.
that you're dealt. You got to think about long term development. This kid has played basically a season of football and is now expected to play 17 games in a career where he's only ever played, a maximum of 14 or 15 in high school.
That he should be really fresh.
Well, no, there's usually the rookie wall at the end of the season.
It's Titan Fox. It's Jacksonville.
Now, somewhere Blake Bellamy is saying that Minshew should be the starter for the whole season because
Oh
he
yeah,
actually
he's the
thinks
best
Minshew.
quarterback in the AFC South.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's just the general attitude of Mr. Minshew, to be honest. But, um, yeah, no, I don't know. Look, it's not like Minshew's brain dead or anything. I think he's
Uh-huh.
teaching things. I mean, other don't break your hand to try to stay in college another year. It's a stupid
Teach
idea.
it from with a clipboard in his hand
Yeah. Well, I mean, he could do that after week one.
though.
Because what week two is the Jags game, right?
Week 1 is Jacksonville at home.
Well, who's week two?
Oh.
Because
Hold on, let me look.
I know we play the Ravens week one.
I don't care about preseason. Why does it do that shit?
I don't know. They want
September
to.
17th. Oh shit! You should have known that one.
It's Houston, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the Texans.
Hmm.
We get Jacksonville and see. We can't. It can't be Minshew, man.
Bro, you're
Two
sitting there.
division
Hold on,
rivals. You
hold
gotta
on,
start
hold
him.
on. Hear me out. Outside of the Colts, whose defense in the AFC South is better? There's like is like the best.
Bad AFC South.
You're right, but it's definitely not the Texans.
I mean, I think
It's
I'm just
definitely
gonna
not
just because they beat them and went into the playoffs. I mean, you have to say Jacksonville.
right.
So
So my thing is this: you could go put him out against Jacksonville, and he could mess up and do the normal Colts week one thing, or you could let the narrative of Minshew
it'd be the week 1 loss.
be the week one loss.
But if
And then
Richardson is the one to win, then he snapped like an 8-year streak.
that's not look. Titan Fox is on board. If you start Minshew, this man is it in Jacksonville or is it in Indianapolis?
It's there. It's at home. It's in Indy.
Okay. There will be Duval Nation represented in that crowd, I guarantee it.
Well,
But
then Minshew can tell Richardson.
no,
Look, man, I want to see my rookie on the field. Leave me alone.
look, wait for week two.
We've had geezers for the last
better
6 years.
defense to play as a rookie. It's
We've
a
had
zone
revolving door at a
defense.
retirement home. Can we please get
So what? Look, you can
21, man? Put him
you've
in.
waited how long for a young quarterback? You can wait a week.
Been patient.
I hear you, but like, we don't even know if this guy's going to be good yet. We just know he's got a great work ethic, which is
He's gonna
going
be
to help.
something. That's all I care about.
I hear you. I hear you. But all right, sidetracked.
Way off.
Isaiah Rodgers. What do we have in
They
expectations?
beat him last year. They didn't win in Jacksonville, but they beat him.
It was
It's a home game for the Colts, Robert.
yeah. You calling Gardner a geezer like Matt Ryan?
No, I was calling Matt Ryan and Phillip Rivers and all them geezers. I'm saying, I'm saying we've got a guy that's 20, about to be 21. Finally, and
Mm.
Gardner's been in the league, a little while.
Look, there's still time. You guys could bring Joe Flacco in. He could
Oh
be the week
yeah,
one starter.
still have the oldest quarterback room with
I mean, why not? They did it for TJ Yates in Houston.
Dig Rivers back out of retirement.
Oh God.
Got to feed them 40 kids, man. It's tough taking care of 41 kids.
Why? I don't know. Like, if he wasn't rich, he'd be so screwed. Uh, anyway, so Isaiah Rodgers,
Hmm.
his realistic expectations for this season. How can he build off what was a pretty decent year last year?
Keep going, man. Keep keep improving, man. Just there was some plays where it was a little rough. Receivers again running open. Underneath. Just I want to see more like press hit him at the line. I don't know if that's Gus Bradley's style of defense, but that's what I want to see. I'm so tired of them hitting us with these under crossing routes and shit, and no one's there because they're playing 10 yards off. I just hope that these corners have a little more freedom to attack at the line uh, and bump them out of this. I know that it can open up for some deeper plays, but I think they've got the speed to kind of negate that. I just want to see more. Honestly, I want to see more physicality, more um, I guess roughness. I don't know how you.
The physicality works.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
that's really what I want to see. I'm like, even if they get the catch, I kind of want to. I want to see that big hit. That kind of punish them for doing it, kind of thing. Just
Yeah.
didn't see a lot of it.
Feel that. Which brings us to slot corner Kenny Moore and your expectations for him.
Um, those underneath, man, and they got turnovers. He's playing. That's one big thing that we lacked was a lot of turnovers, and I'm not expecting a lot of picks from Brents, but those underneath with Kenny Moore on coverage, like I'd like to see him kind of jump those routes, get some interceptions. That was turnovers was a problem that we you know unfortunately didn't create a lot of.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I'm looking at. Just see him hopefully get cause a fumble or two, get a few picks. That's really what I'd like to see.
Okay. It's a pretty,
Pretty standard.
yeah. Pretty simple.
Turn the damn ball over.
Yeah.
Run the damn ball and turn the damn
Wouldn't
ball over.
everybody's defense be so much better if we could just turn the damn ball
All
over?
right. It's easier.
Um,
Or if you don't have to be on the field. Why
I
didn't
don't have,
everybody do it?
yeah. I don't have anything else for this show. So, do you have anything else?
No, not really. We finally signed Josh Downs a few days ago to his rookie contract, so getting almost everybody locked in. Still
Yeah,
got a few.
everybody from Downs down.
Um, it was a couple of fourths that they didn't sign yet,
Okay.
so
Basically, but not all of it.
I think it's probably just more of language and bonus where it gets placed is what they're hashing out at this point.
Yeah.
I'm not too concerned about it.
Yeah. Titan Fox says, I miss Manning and Luck. I love the division even when my boys lost.
Yeah.
The division rivalry.
I
Yeah.
mean, we were spoiled as shit, man. Going from Manning to Luck, we were really spoiled, and and that's kind of what I've been telling Colts fans. Just we were spoiled. We tried to fix it with slapping that little band-aid on the side of the you know leaking container. Just didn't work. So we finally got Young. Just be patient. Hopefully this guy is the next big thing to come into Indy. So
Man, did you just say we finally got Young? Let's be patient.
yeah, by starting him,
That's not.
I'm
That's
saying be
not
patient with him.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. I hear you. Patience, my ass. All right.
The Flex Seal. Thank you. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
We would throw that Flex Seal on, man, and hopefully it finally ended.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, Titan Fox, Robert, Pocket Hercules, anybody else who's out there, Jeff. Thank you all for being here. Jeff, thanks for your time and efforts.
Oh,
Thank, thanks for everybody in the chat. Y'all have a great night. Always a pleasure to have you here. Share, like, and subscribe. Do the normal things. Also, be good people.
go Colts.